If you would like to have an audience full of people that have an insatiable, burning desire to work with you, this video is for you. And I have some really good news because you're going to be able to do it without crazy technology, crazy audience building strategies, or even really a lot of effort, believe it or not. You're going to be able to do this with literally one change, which is changing the words that come out of your mouth. Does that sound exciting for you? Would y'all like to hear about that? Say yes. Cool. Well, my name is Macy McNeely, in case you guys don't know, and I create world-class sales girls. Now, sales girls are, they become sales girls when they come through our program, and these are women that are completely transformed. They're transformed into women who have a purpose and they can communicate a purpose. They are women that can communicate in a way that gets people so incredibly inspired to not just buy the product, but to actually use the product and win with the product. Do you want people that win with your product? Yeah, it's huge, right? We believe that sales skills are life skills, and a lot of people think that communication skills are soft skills, but it's actually incredibly powerful because sales girls have believers all around them, and it is so powerful when people believe what you say. Because when they believe what you say, they actually take action on what you say, and that is what selling is. So if you're ready to learn how to do this and really get people to take action with 3 easy steps, that's what this is all about. Now, I'm curious to know if you guys have ever heard the quote from Frank Kern. It says, "Prove to people you can help them by actually helping them." Have y'all ever heard that before? Yes, you have. Raise your hand if you have. Okay. I love this quote. I hear it kind of tweeted a lot and talked about a lot, and I love it when people share it, and I love it when people grab hold to it, because what ends up happening is they start delivering content and they start communicating with this thought of, I'm going to prove, baby, I'm going to prove to them that I can help them by actually helping them. And so the way that they do that is they start to educate. It's like, hey, I'm going to prove to you that I can help you because I'm going to educate you based on what I know. And you start to talk about things that you know a lot about. You talk about the coaching that you offer, the nutrition that you know all about, the marketing you know all about, the relationships you know all about. This is the topic that if you were to sit at coffee with someone and they were to say, tell me more about blank, you're like, yes, I could talk about this for 3 hours long. This is what you've studied. This is honestly, here's how you can think about it. You can think about it like a road, and this is the road that's in your brain, the connection that's in your brain. You've thought about it so much that it is so smooth, it is so beautiful, and it is so easy to go on. People love going down this road with you because you have command over it. What do you have? Command. You have command. You are comfortable because you have command. And I like to call this the education road. And people go down this road with you, and by the end of it, they say, thank you so much. I have learned so much from you. Have people ever told you guys that before? I've learned so much from you. And you're like, yes, I've proved to you I can help you by actually helping you. Where's the money? Why are you going to pay me to keep working with me? But they don't necessarily do that. They're learning from you, but they're not burning to work with you. And you're like, what is going on? And the reason this is happening is because there's another road that is actually right beside this education road. Now, you might know this road is here. You might not. You might have been on it before, but it's very unfamiliar territory. And this is called the selling road. Now, don't check out. Everybody still with me? Everybody okay? I know we all have some thoughts about selling and we've avoided it a little bit. In fact, maybe you've educated so much and you try to go down the selling road, but oh my gosh, you've never been there before. So how do you even know how to get there? It's all grown over. And maybe, just maybe, you make your way, but it is full of gravel. It's not well maintained and no one wants to go down that road with you. You certainly hate being there. And if you hate being there, then the people that are in the car with you hate being there and they jump out before you can even get to the end. Now, why is this road so important? Because remember, I opened up this talk with, hey, how do you get someone to have a burning desire to work with you? This is what creates the burning desire. This is what inspires them to keep moving forward with you. And I have some amazing news for you because there is a way to actually connect these roads where you not only prove to people you can help them by helping them, but also inspire them to take action. And what ends up happening is these roads become so beautifully connected that you do this both at the same time. You not only educate them, but you sell them and keep them moving. So are you ready to learn the 3 ways on how to do that right now? If you are, say yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing that people do, I gotta take this off because I'm getting intense over here, baby. Here we go. Is let's actually redraw these rows really quick. So we have the education and we have the selling. So people that tend to educate, what they do is they tell you what to do. Now, I have some memories of teachers growing up. Y'all let me know if you have experienced this too, where they say things like, everyone sit down. Everyone sit down. Everyone sit down. I'm not going to tell you again. Everyone sit down. Everyone's acting crazy. And the teacher's getting mad. She's like, what the heck? I'm telling you what to do, but nobody's doing it. Do y'all have people in your life where you tell them what to do and they don't do it? Maybe it's your clients that have already paid you and they don't do it. And you're like, maybe they didn't hear me. Let me just tell them one more time. Everyone sit down. This is the last thing I'm going to say. And it's like, why aren't they doing it? Well, educating is telling people what to do, but selling is reminding people what they get out of what they do. You see, the word persuade is actually broken up into 2 words. There's per and there's swayed. Swayed means to advise, and that's exactly what you're doing here. You're advising them, telling them what to do, but per means through to completion. So true persuasion is that you advise them, but they actually take action. So this is what to do. This is get out of what they do. Now, I want to give you a couple examples, and some of you might be thinking that, like, Macy, these people know what they get out of what they do. They know it's good to drink water. Like, they know it's good to stretch. They know it's good to build funnels. They know all these things. They might know, but they have forgotten. I can promise you. So can I give you a couple examples? Let's actually do those examples. Let's do stretching. Now, what does someone get out of stretching? First of all, it depends on who you're talking to. But let's pretend like we're talking to a teenage boy. What if I were to say, hey, bud, you're a freshman going into high school, and you're going to play football. You really should consider stretching every day for 30 minutes. When you do, your muscles will stay really healthy, and you'll be able to play all 4 years. And I can see you now being that top quarterback recruit when it's time for college. Will you stretch every day? Let's think about water. You should drink a gallon of water every single day because you're actually going to retain so much more information when you're hydrated. Did y'all know that a confused brain is a dehydrated brain? Did y'all know that? When you're dehydrated, you're more likely to get confused. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't trying to be confused. Are y'all? So y'all, let's take a sip of water right now. Go ahead. Everybody drinking their water, take action. Okay, let's talk about building funnels. Hey, you should really consider building your funnel and actually start it today. Because when you build your funnel today and you start tweaking it, there's a chance that by Christmas, you could have a 5-star Disney vacation waiting underneath the tree for your family to open. Does that make you excited to actually want to do the thing? Yeah? So educating is telling people what to do. Selling is telling them to what they get out of what they do. Very good. Okay, let's talk about the next one. So education, people that educate love to talk about the process. How many of you think of yourself as process-minded people? Anybody? Yeah, you're like, I love to think in a process. I hear people say that all the time, and I do too, like genuinely. In fact, the way that I'm delivering this message to you right now, I have a process in my mind that I'm going through to make sure these points are clear and effective. But notice how I said the word think. People think in processes. I promise you, you don't think your way into buying. You feel your way into buying. Thinking makes you start thinking about logistics. Logistics make you lethargic. They slow you down. Emotion puts you in motion. So let me give you an example. What if I were to say, okay, I have a live studio audience here. Everyone, what do you guys say we go get ice cream this afternoon and we mastermind together and we talk about what we're working on in our business and what's working, what's not working. And I bet one of us is going to have $1 million breakthrough in that mastermind. Who wants to do that? Raise your hand at me. You're like, yes, everyone's raising their hand. They're like, yes, let's go. Okay. let's walk through the process that we have to take in order to get there. So first we're going to probably get maybe some Ubers. Okay, so who's going to order the Uber? Okay, it's fine. We'll figure that out later. Okay, so I love Cold Stone, and I know that's like 20 minutes away. So we'll drive 20 minutes, and then we'll stand in line because there's a few of us, and it kind of takes a long time because they have to mix up the mixing. So we'll be in line for a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be so worth it. And I think the calories are like 500 calories a scoop of ice cream. No problem. It's fine. So we'll get the ice cream and then we'll come outside, but I don't think there's like a ton of chairs outside. So we'll figure out the seating. It's fine. We'll figure out when we get there and then we'll eat the ice cream. It'll be so amazing. I have talked myself out of it. I don't know about y'all. Have y'all? I'm like, you know what? It's actually not worth it. Thank you so much. Okay. So notice how when I talked about the payoff, like $1 million breakthrough with Salesgirls, how fun, let's do it. But when I told you about the process, it was very true, but it slowed you down and made you question if you should do it. Now, I'm not saying don't talk about the process. What I'm saying is like get people excited enough to want to go through the process that they need to go through in order to have the transformation. Focus on the payoff, not the process. Okay, the last and final way to really connect these roads beautifully is education. People that love to educate and offer value in this way, they love to inform. But selling transforms people. So what does it mean to transform? Your goal when you're selling is to take their brain, their perspectives, and their thoughts and make it look just like your brain, your perspectives, and your thoughts. You are transforming their brain. And the reason why this is so important is because, like, right now, the things that are in the way from them moving forward is they have all these mental blocks that's keeping them from wanting to buy. I'm curious to know if any of you whenever you had your epiphany moment of when you knew you had something so amazing, and then people would say things to you and it would make you be like, what are you talking about? Like for me, when people say sales is gross and manipulative and slimy, I literally am like, what are you talking about? Like, why would you ever say that? Do y'all have people like that in your life? They're like, oh, I don't need to like exercise. It's not a big deal. You're like, what? This is so important. You have to do this. So all of those thoughts are the ones that need to be transformed. Now, the only way you can know what to transform is you have to know what's deformed. So how do you know what's deformed? You have to communicate with them. You have to talk to them. You have to interact with them. So educators, what they do is they are so committed to the material. They are married to the material. They're like, I'm here to deliver information, but salespeople deliver an experience. So they meet people where they are and they actually adjust the sales message based on what they know that needs to be transformed. In fact, we had a client, she actually is a wealth advisor. And she helps people take debt and leverage it so that they can make more money. And she said people were coming into her sales conversation saying things like, I would love to pay off my debt and save a bunch of money. These are things opposite that what she teaches. She's like, what are you talking about? Like, you actually want to use debt to make money. So she said, hey, I feel like my messaging is wrong because all these people are saying things that don't even make sense to me. Why would they ever say that? I was like, no. That's what you want. You want to see what's deformed so you can know how to transform them. You want them to walk away thinking, oh my gosh, I had no idea. My mind is completely blown. But people that educate, they're like, no, this is the agenda and this is what we're sticking to. Rather than, hey, I want to learn about you so that I can know how to transform your mind into a person that can experience a transformation. Is that making sense? Say yes if it is.
Yes.
Okay. Hopefully you're seeing that the best way to get people to become like just insatiably excited to work with you is you marry the two roads, the education and the selling road. Now, if you want to excel, you cannot just tell, you must sell. And the best way, and then the more that you sell, the more others will propel. Let me say that again. If you want to excel, you cannot just tell, you have to sell. And the more that you sell, the more others will propel. Thank you so much. I hope this is so helpful.